Imagine opening a garage and instantly realizing the cheapest car inside could buy your house twice and still have spare change for your dignity. You stare at a machine so expensive you're afraid to breathe near it, because one fingerprint might cost you a full year of emotional recovery. Then the owner casually shrugs and says, "I barely drive it, the insurance paperwork stresses me out." This is the real hypercar world of 2025, where every engine is loud, every price is shocking, and every car feels like a financial earthquake on wheels. The reality of hypercar obsession in 2025, before we walk into real millionaire garages. You need to understand the mindset behind these purchases. Most people buy cars to go from point A to point B, but millionaires buy hypercars to escape ordinary reality. These machines aren't transportation, they're emotional stimulants, engineering achievements, financial assets, and status symbols all at once. In 2025, combustion hypercars officially became historical artifacts as hybrid and electric regulations tightened, turning engines like the Bugatti W16 and Pagani V12 into automotive diamonds, RM. Sotheby's recorded sharp price increases from 2024 to 2025, with the Huayra Roadster BC rising 18%, the Chiron Supersport 300 Plus crossing 4 million in private sales, and the Jesko Absolute becoming nearly impossible to buy unless you already owned a Koenigsegg. Hypercar ownership today isn't about practicality, it's about securing a rare piece of engineering history before it disappears forever. The Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus. The 304 mph legend. Let's begin with the car that changed the world. The Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus. Bugatti produced only 30 units and every one of them instantly became a collector's dream. In 2019, it broke the 300 mph barrier with an official 304.773 mph run. That record alone made it a trophy that millionaires chase with religious devotion. In 2025, the Chiron Supersport 300 Plus sells between 3.9 and 4.2 million USD, depending on mileage, condition, and ownership history. What pushes this car's value higher is not just the speed. It's the end of an era. Bugatti's legendary W16 engine is officially retired after the Rimac hybrid partnership began shaping the brand's future. No more quad-turbo 16-cylinder monsters will ever be built. For collectors, that information is enough reason to store this car in climate-controlled vaults like a priceless sculpture. The Chiron Supersport 300 Plus is not just a hypercar. It is the automotive version of a historical document, loud, powerful, and extremely expensive to replace. Pagani Huayra Roadster BC. The carbon fiber sculpture next. We enter the world of Pagani, a brand known for turning cars into moving art pieces. The Pagani Huayra Roadster BC is one of the most detailed machines ever created. Only 40 units exist in the world. Every screw, every air vent, every carbon weave pattern was crafted like a luxury watch mechanism. By late 2025, the Huayra Roadster BC sits between 3.4 and 3.8 million USD on the market. Some rare specs even break 4 million in private sales. Collectors adore Pagani not just for performance, but for beauty. Pagani interiors look like a billionaire's version of a science experiment, leather, metal, and carbon blended so perfectly that you start wondering if it belongs in a garage or an art gallery. One of the main reasons millionaires hold tightly onto these cars is the engine. The Huayra uses an AMG-built V12, and with V12 engines disappearing, anything with 12 cylinders and a handmade body becomes instantly desirable. Many collectors display this car in glass-walled garages, not because they're showing off, but because the car genuinely looks like it should be exhibited. Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute, the machine built to break records. Then we arrive at the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute, the car designed to end the top speed conversation once and for all. Although Koenigsegg built 125 total Jesko units across all versions, the Absolute variant remains incredibly rare in circulation because most owners lock their units away as future historical artifacts. The Jesko Absolute is projected to exceed 330 miles once. Koenigsegg officially attempts the record. In 2025, the Absolute sells for around $3.2 to $3.6 million, depending on custom options. Koenigsegg produces fewer cars annually than some brands produce spare parts. Their entire company builds perhaps 40 to 50 cars per year, making each one inherently scarce. Collectors choose Koenigsegg not for fame, but for engineering. Christian von Koenigsegg has a reputation for inventing systems that sound too futuristic to be real until you see them functioning. Millionaires love owning Jesko Absolutes because they know they're holding a piece of automotive science that will never be repeated. Ferrari SF90 LM. the hybrid that won Millionaire Hearts Ferrari. Struck gold with the SF90LM. With only 599 units produced, the SF90LM is a hybrid masterpiece blending electric motors with a powerful V8. It carries the DNA of Ferrari's endurance racing pedigree, making it a beloved collectible with significant future potential. The 2025 market values place the SF90LM between 1.9 and 2.4 million USD depending on configurations. Ferrari's track-focused limited series cars almost always appreciate. Look at the F12 TDF, the 812 Competizione, or the LaFerrari. The SF90LM continues that trend because it sits at the perfect intersection of Ferrari's hybrid future and its combustion past. Collectors appreciate the SF90LM because it is proof that hybrid technology doesn't have to feel soulless. It is loud, aggressive, fast, and visually intense. Millionaires see it as a long-term collectible with rising value. The McLaren Speedtail, the futuristic three-seat icon. The McLaren Speedtail is one of the most unique hypercars millionaires own today. With only 106 units produced, the same number as the legendary McLaren F1, the Speedtail stands as one of the most exclusive modern hypercars. In 2025, Speedtails sell for around 2.1 to 2.8 million USD depending on custom specifications. What makes it so special is its layout. It has a three-seat cockpit with the driver in the center, recreating the magic of the McLaren F1's iconic design. Combine that with its sleek teardrop shape and 250 mph top speed, and you get a car that looks like a futuristic missile designed for billionaires. Millionaires keep the Speedtail not just for its rarity, but because it feels like a vision of the future. It's a hypercar that looks like it skipped ahead 10 years and accidentally landed in 2025. Why these real cars are so valuable in 2025. The reason hypercar values exploded in 2025 comes down to three realities. First, scarcity is built into the manufacturing strategy. Bugatti, Pagani, and Koenigsegg deliberately produce extremely limited numbers. When a car exists in 30 or 40 units, demand becomes global immediately. Second, electrification laws across Europe and Asia are pushing combustion engines into retirement. Collectors know that the final generation of V12, V10, and high-revving V8 engines will never be built again. That alone skyrockets their value. Third, hypercars have become alternative investments. Auction houses like RM Sotheby's and Gooding & Co. reported record-breaking sales for models such as the Ferrari LaFerrari, Porsche Carrera GT, Pagani Zonda, and Bugatti Veyron. Millionaires now treat hypercars the way art collectors treat paintings, except these paintings have engines. Where millionaires keep their multi-million-dollar. Hypercars' luxury garages in 2025 look nothing like garages from the past. They resemble private museums, climate-controlled vaults, or high-tech laboratories designed to protect and monitor every car inside. Many modern garages use temperature-controlled floors that protect carbon fiber and hybrid batteries. Some high-end homes now use oxygen-reduced fire prevention systems that make fires nearly impossible. Smart glass walls allow owners to display or hide cars instantly. Turntables help position hypercars for photography or easy exits. Some garages exist underground, resembling bank vaults with biometric locks and surveillance systems. Millionaires even track their cars using digital inventory software that monitors market values, maintenance cycles, mileage trends, and battery health. The garage isn't simply a storage space anymore. It is a financial archive of precision machines. Millionaire hypercar garages in 2025 highlight the world's most exclusive machines. From the Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus to the Pagani Huayra Roadster BC, Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute, Ferrari SF90LM, and McLaren Speedtail. These cars aren't just luxury. They're engineering icons and long-term assets stored in high-tech garages that feel more like museums. They stand as the final symbols of true combustion-era power. If you enjoyed this video look inside the world of elite hypercar collections, hit like, subscribe, and comment which hypercar would take the top spot in your dream garage.